Hi guys, welcome back to another week of Divine Chats. I'm your host Mariah, and it's been a minute. I will say, I'm still learning how to get on a podcast schedule and just how to be more consistent showing up. And so, going forward, I'm going to be posting every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, I'm going to give you guys a date so I can be more accountable for myself in general. So, on to the good stuff. What are we talking about this week? So, this week we are talking about projection. Like, do we project onto others? And I had the best download and thoughts. It's called Divine Chats for a reason. So, I'm just giving you the downloads I get and see if you can relate or if this helps you in your daily life. So, projection. So, for me, what was coming up is like, how often do we get into situations where we just assume the worst in people? And it might be because like someone hurt us in the past and they really did a number on us. And, you know, then when we're like getting into new situations, whether it's relationships or new friendships, we just assume these other people are up to no good. And so we're accidentally projecting onto them and like throwing up on them subconsciously. So I just wanted to talk about that this week. And I'm just going to be giving you guys the tips and tricks after I reflected on a situation that happened to me and what helped bring me back down to earth and realize, girl, you got to stop projecting. So let's get into it. Okay, so my first thing, and I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to this, is like, are you telling a joke to cover up your projection, or is it really just a joke? And I have been guilty of this. So sometimes I'll tell a joke and I'm like, it's just a joke, but it really wasn't ever a joke to begin with. It was more of like, I'm testing to see if you're a bad person or not. And I say it as a joke just to like get a feel for your intentions. And that in itself is not okay because I'm assuming this person does not have good intentions towards me. So ask yourself, that's step number one. If I'm telling a joke, is it really a joke or am I fishing for a problem? And this is what you need to reflect on. So basically, like when I was reflecting on this, I had to have accountability that, like, hey, I wasn't joking. I was serious. And, you know, instead of thinking this person's a bad person, let's take a step back and let's think. So I'm going to give you an example of a joke. So let's say I'm talking to a new guy and they tell me that they are in the military. And I make a joke and I'm like, oh no, you're in the military. All military men cheat. You see how that's kind of like funny, but not funny? And even just saying that, it's just because, they have a reputation for cheating and maybe lots of military men I've dated in the past do cheat. And so that's where I'm projecting onto that person and not giving them like the floor to show who they are. I'm just assuming. And then I'm making a joke out of it. So, with that being said, just take that into consideration and really just have a self accountability and think about if your jokes are actually jokes or are they a form of protection to protect you from getting hurt. So, my tip for this is for you to go ahead and you guys work on your openness and really just focus on how your past has nothing to do with the current situation right now and how you should just be open to allowing someone to show you who they are without projecting onto them. And that's so hard to do. It's so much easier said than done. But I think sometimes just taking a step back after conversations and just like reflecting on how the conversation went, and that's going to help you like take accountability for it. To really just like take a step back and then even give yourself space from a new friendship or from a new relationship and just ask yourself, am I allowing them to fully show me who they are without projections? And am I allowing a safe space for openness and for just like observing? Because that's really what we have to get into. That's the, end result of the tip. It's like, are you observing or are you projecting? So, if this is relating so far, go ahead and subscribe and like, but let's keep going. Oh, I'm so ahead of it. So I wrote for myself in the note to reflect, and I already just told you guys that. So this is tip number 2. So going back is reflect over the conversation, unpack the trauma. That's what we're going to do. And basically like sit and see like, Now, not only are we reflecting on our own actions, I want you to reflect on the past hurt. You're going to have to bring up that person who hurt you, an ex-friend, ex-relationship, or maybe a family member who actually hurt you. And I want you to unpack that trauma. What is that feeling that you're just carrying on your shoulder and you're carrying into new situations? And what happened? How did it make you feel when like an ex-friend betrayed your trust and just abandoned you? How did it make you feel? Did it make you feel not safe? And really sit and just like feel it. Even journal if you want to journal. If you don't want to journal, just like, reflect on it in your head. Next, I want you to confront it. So this is where like you could visualize. You could use visualization and go back to the situation that you're hurt about. And I want you to picture your higher self. Picture the healed version of you, the best version of you. That's what your higher self is. So I want you to picture the best version of yourself and just visualize it. Close your eyes. And you're going to go ahead and talk to the version of yourself that's hurt. And I want you to picture that the highest version of yourself is allowing you to let it go and that you are safe and it's a safe space. Like, you don't have to guard yourself so much and you don't have to just expect that everyone is out to hurt you and that there's good people into the world. And if you're not there yet and you're just thinking, no, sorry, Mariah, sorry, Divine Chats podcast, like, no, everyone's out to get me, then maybe you're just not there yet. You're not ready to heal. This conversation is for people who are ready to confront themselves and they're just tired of it. They're tired of being depressed. They're tired of just thinking the worst of people and just thinking that life sucks and they're ready to do something about it. So these are the steps you need to take to heal and to actually work through that subconscious mind and work through those blocks that are blocking you from seeing the good in the world and the good in life. And so that's tip number 2. We're going to feel the pain and we're going to confront the pain. And we're not going to just assume that the world's a shitty place. Okay, so that was tip 2. So tip number 3 is you are going to apply it because now you went through the hurt, you unpacked that trauma, and we're done with that. Like, now we're going to think of the reverse. What are affirmations that you could tell yourself that you're safe and that there's good people in this world? So, for example, if I believe that, oh my gosh, I can't trust anybody, everyone lies because my ex was a pathological liar. So now I just think everyone's lying. My affirmations are going to be about that. It's going to be about like, oh my gosh, like, there's good people that I can trust. People show me every day that I can trust them. And there's so many people in this world that I could trust easily and that people just want to do right by me because I'm great. I'm lovable. We got to flip the switch. You have to just be lovable and you have to know your worth and you have to know that you're so deserving of love. You're so deserving of trust and you're so deserving and that you are enough. And that because you believe that, your outer world will start attracting that. So that's what we're going to do. We're flipping the script. So this is where subconscious reprogramming comes in. So we're flipping the script. And this is where you're going to just like embrace new friendships. You're going to embrace dating. You're going to embrace the new world with optimism. And you're done with the pessimistic shit. And you're going to like view that. So next time you talk to that new friend or that new guy, new woman, whatever floats your boat, you're just going to assume that they have the best intentions for you until they show you they don't. Because it's different if they show you they don't have good intentions for you. Okay, cut them off, move forward. But so many times, like, we are not even giving people the open space and the space to allow them in because we just assume they're bad people. So we got to flip the script and let's get excited. Like, have some excitement. Like, oh my gosh, I just met this new person. It feels good. It feels great. They have good intentions towards me. Like, how much fun and how exciting it's going to be to explore this new connection, to explore this new friendship. Like, get excited, flip the script and see the good. And I guarantee you good things are going to start happening. You're going to have less resistance, because so many times we're like, well, I just don't want to date because every time I date, like, it's the same shit over and over again. I heard that from someone the other day, but they're just not ready to heal, and that's okay. But you have to start taking accountability. Like, you're the only one in that equation every time. It's you. So if you're stuck in a cycle, 100% of the blame is not on the outer world. half of it's on you. Yes, those people may not have had the best intention towards you, but I'm pretty sure your attitude didn't help into each situation because you were carrying the past baggage, and then the world was reflecting that back to you because you just assumed the worst in the world. And so we have to start assuming the best in the world and just allowing the goodness to find us, because it's going to change everything. It's a game changer. You can start enjoying your life again and not have to do everything alone. And that's the beauty in community. So I hope all these tips and tricks helps. That's all I really had for you guys this week, was just like no more projecting. We are going to take accountability. We're going to raise our vibrations. We're going to look forward to the excitement, because it's just a game changer and it feels so good to expect the best. Because how much more fun is life if we're optimistic and if we're like looking for the good and not expecting the worst? Yes, bad things are still going to happen sometimes, but let's not put our energy there. Like when it does happen, address it, feel the pain, see how it made you feel, and let's get rid of it, transmute it, and pour that energy back into ourselves with love, and that we are so worthy, and that we will attract new friendships and new partners and new family members, or pick our own family in this lifetime that has the best intentions for us. And, we can have community and we can have good connections and fun and just excitement for life and no more of that negative shit. So I hope this episode really helped this week. And, if you're ready to join community, check out our community, Holistic Roots. It's on pause right now, but towards the end of October, when we open back up, we want all members to join for $6. And it's just a place where you could come and talk about spirituality. You could talk about things like this. You could talk about herbs. You could talk about crystals. You could talk about your own spiritual journey and where you're at. Because, you don't have to do this life alone. And sometimes you don't have those community people, or you just don't live in a town that has spirituality. They don't have crystal shops. They don't have self-healing and things, or people who are into the same things that you're into. So that's what the community is for. It's just like a really cool place. We do workshops. We teach you about chakras, and we do lots of things, but it's really just holistic roots. Get back to your roots, your spirituality, whatever culture you're in, and let's all connect as a community and be here for each other, because you're not alone. And so I really hope this episode helps, guys, every Tuesday, every Thursday. And just, I look forward to connecting. If you haven't already, follow me, give me a like, comment below your thoughts on the episode. Love to hear them. And yeah, I love it. And if you're ready for one-to-one coaching and you're just like, hey, Mariah, I need help reprogramming my subconscious mind. Like, I get it. I follow like all the tips and tricks, and you're ready for that personal coach. Let me help you. I have a whole 6-week one-to-one program that is for like the person ready to actually go into that deep, dark trauma and their shadow side. And I walk you through every step of the process. And that link's below. So check it out if you're interested. And I'll see you guys later, every Tuesday, every Thursday. Have a good week. Bye.